21st, 2023. I'm going to use this hand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Start our meeting. Let me pull it up here. I guess we'll start with public comment. So if anybody has any public comment, please come up.
Yep.
I think this lady has public. You have public
she's
comment?
No?
Yeah, she's coming.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Just say your name and address for Lori.
Yes, sir. My name is Cass Porter.
Come on up to the
the
microphone.
microphone.
Come on closer so we can hear you.
I
It's
don't like this, guys.
The mic's on, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here. You know, you guys all volunteer, and that's wonderful. My name is Cass Porter. I live at 4533 French Drive, Hunter's Lane, here in Doylestown, in Buckingham Township. I'm proud to say I am a member of Buckingham Township. I love it. I've been here for over 30 years, and I love it, but I've had some issues. Can I sit down?
Sure.
Sure, absolutely.
And then, but speak out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any paperwork I can give you, or you would rather not?
Tell us what you're here
All
for.
right, so my issue is, I bought a little house in Buckingham 31 years ago. I love it. I love Buckingham Township. I love Hunter's Lane. However, after I purchased this house, Bob McCoach was the builder, right? They were gonna put the tot lot.
Is this French Drive
Yeah.
at Burnt House Hill in 202?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it goes down into the other
Yeah.
development. Well, initially, Bob was going to put this little tot lot in the front. We have two big open areas. And I don't know why, but all of a sudden he decided maybe it would be, aesthetic for the development. So he chose to put it behind my property and make it a children's playground with a tot lot. So I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse.
I was gonna ask you if you're a nurse, because you were a nurse for me, and you and I have talked about this, but it was like
I know.
3 years ago.
Maggie, now I
Yes.
remember you, Maggie.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, so, I worked a lot of hours, I was divorced, I worked a lot of hours at the hospital, I needed the money, so, and Bob McCoach said to me, it's going to be a little walkway to go to the back of your property, so the moms can take their kids back there. Okay, hey, I was all for it, I've had 3 children, I was all for it. Well, what happened was, and I didn't realize that at the time, that Bob McCoach extended that walkway that was supposed to stop at the pot lot. He extended that into the other development in Fox Chase Circle. So, lo and behold, what happens? People are coming through there. It's a sanitary easement. I have it here. I have it all documented.
I'm trying to find it on the map here. That's
You
what I'm
are?
looking for.
Yeah, so it goes from
I see
the
Fox
second,
Chase.
it goes from the second loop in
Yeah.
French Drive
Yeah.
to the intersection
Can you
of
airdrop
Fox
it to me?
Chase, where Fox Chase loops around.
You can see it right on here.
Buckingham Township,
Yeah, you can
actually.
see it. It's
This is
like,
Buckingham Township.
there's only two to three homes on it.
And this is like the 22,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was on the approved plans.
Probably I'll try, but
But what
it's,
happened, Maggie, I told you I was a nurse, and I'm all for helping people, helping kids, and I thought, okay, it's all right that they can take that walkway back to the top lot. Well, it went into the other development.
Now it's a thoroughfare.
I can't even
This is
tell
Fox
you.
Chase Circle.
I can't even
So the guy that we just talked
Your
lives
hair
here.
will fly out of your head.
So
I
is
this
his
is Fox
had
Chase.
property on it?
so many
Yeah, it's
police
up here.
reports. I got attacked on the walkway, had to get 22 stitches in my head, had to get stitches in my arm, because there was teenagers back there and partying throwing beer bottles, cussing. Do you know McLeod, Officer McLeod? He lived in there, and his letters are in here.
Right.
I have copies of all this.
Yes.
I have copies of all this. You don't.
Well,
I
this
can
is
do-
you, but keep your
Well,
file.
no, this is, I have copies. You
Oh,
can-
you made copies
But
for
there's
us.
multiple police reports there that, you know, I had to intervene. And, it calmed down for a while. I think it started in 91, and then I think it went like into 96. And I
How long ago they put this path in?
think
It was when-
91.
Yeah, when French traveled.
It's been there since
With the
McCoach.
town.
It was
So it's way past
approved.
21 years.
It's approved on the approved plan. There was a tot lot. I think, we used to be neighbors. I used to live on French Drive
Oh,
across
did
from
you?
you. Yes. So we lived opposite of the field from you.
Yeah.
The tot lot was removed in the, I'm gonna say the late 90s, 90. Yeah, it wasn't there when I moved in, because there were so many people playing and after hours back there.
And they were like, all kinds of stuff with, Officer McLeod said they were doing bombs and all kinds of stuff, like the kids smell, and numerous beer bottles and stuff on my property. Different times I asked them to leave. Here's the walkway, okay, here's the walkway. Here's my deck. I can probably put my hand out and shake your hand as you
Is the
walk
walkway, as you understand, on your property?
on my property.
Okay. And did you
It's
sign
not-
anything allowing the walkway to be there?
Yes.
An easement.
Did you see it, what I signed?
I think that's probably.
So there's an existing sewer main, the sewer main runs through that,
Yeah, she said it was on the sewer easement.
and it was approved.
There's a sanitary easement.
There's a utility easement.
Yes, there's a
right?
utility
20
easement.
foot wide
Which it
utility
shouldn't be
easement.
there, right?
This is
No, it has to be.
original-
No, the walkway.
This is
No,
the original
that's
thing
walkway's going
that I signed for Bob McCoach. Right there, buyer, this was the agreement of sale. And then he put an addendum in because he decided he didn't want the tot lot in the circle. He wanted it behind my property, and I didn't think it was a big deal. Young and dumb. I just took him
Yeah.
for his word.
When,
And he did have a sign at the end of the walkway, closed to sunset. So he's saying to me, oh, Cash, you'll come home from work, and there's gonna be a sign, and nobody will walk up and down your walkway. I can go in and sit outside and have a cup of coffee. Well, that's not the way it is.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
It's like this. I swear on my mother's grave, I swear to you, I'm appealing to you guys to help me. It never stops. They're up and down that walkway, all hours of the night. I am afraid.
No wonder.
I got attacked. I'm afraid to say anything to these kids that are coming up. The police told me, do not intervene,
Confront
call
them,
us
yeah.
right away. I mean, I had family there, and you don't know the anxiety. You don't know the anxiety that I'm feeling.
Yeah, and it runs in generations, so when you say it stopped for a little bit, sometimes that happens with like our parks, where you'll get graffiti for X period of time, those group of kids leave, and it's quiet, but then you get another generation.
But
in the
now I'm
same
starting to
house.
see a little more activity down there.
Right.
This is the other issue, and I swear, I'm not making it up. I put beautiful shrubbery in, like to block the walkway a little bit, like where my deck is. I spent $4,000. I had big, huge trees right beside the walkway. Dogs are walking up there. They're urinating. Your dog walks up there, urinates. The dog that you bring up comes behind him
Not my
and
dog.
urinates.
My dog urinates on my own lawn.
But I'm telling you, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
They're urinating after urinating. Then they're throwing their feces in my property, on my
Was the
property.
whole idea just for the top lot?
No, it was connected to Fox Chase Circle.
But it
So,
wasn't supposed to be.
no, it shows that way on the record plan from
I
the
don't
development.
think so.
No, I do have it. And there's a
Dan's our
note,
engineer.
there's a note on the plan that says nothing shall be permitted to be placed, set, or put within the area of a sanitary easements shown hereon except lawns and suitable ground cover. However, that portion of the sanitary sewer easement between lot 9, which is Cass's lot, And lot 10 shall contain split rail fences placed 4 feet off of the common property line
Yes, when I went to see one of your
and a
dogs,
5
he
foot
told me
wide
that it should
macadam
stop.
walkway centered on the common
All right,
property line.
where's
Take it
the-
down.
Who'd you see, the zoning officer?
Yeah, I did. He was wonderful. I saw him a few times.
Rich?
Rich.
Yeah, he was wonderful.
That's my,
But from what he said,
I called
I'm not real good at the skies, but it should have stopped at the top lot. It shouldn't have gone all the way through.
Let's
I'm
see
just
that
telling
map-
you what
let's see what that plan says.
that's, the
But the
record
other
plan
part of
doesn't
it would be
show
on the
the
next-
walkways, right, yeah.
It would be on the next development,
I
right?
think-
It's actually that part of
But I
this.
think, but I think this is the walkway.
That's the sewer easement.
How's it work?
So,
They're working now.
Cass, if you,
Yeah, Burnhouse?
this
over
one
there?
actually
Right
shows the path,
Yeah,
and it goes down past the tot lot, where the tot lot used to be,
yeah.
and continues down to Fox
shows
Chase, and there's a handicap ramp there. Do you see that, right there? That's like that handicap ramp that's down there.
But why did Bob McCoach have me sign that paper saying that?
It was just going to the tot lot.
Yeah,
I don't know what,
and I believed him, and I didn't have an attorney. I was stupid and dumb. I'm divorced and nurse.
What, is there a
But here-
homeowners association?
yes,
Dan, isn't
and
this,
they're responsible for the
Dan, isn't this
maintenance
it
of it.
right here?
That is the sewer easement, the shaded part.
Yeah.
I think.
It comes
isn't that
off
the
of the
fence?
sewer easement and stays within the general utility easement. It's a little bit wider down toward Fox Chase where the intersection is.
So where's it, does it come in here? Show me what it is.
So it comes
in
down.
between the
91.
It comes
lots.
down here and then it crosses and comes out here.
Oh, so that, that hatched area right
That's
there.
just the sewer easement.
But isn't the trail on the sewer easement?
On the portion that's on the development lots, it
Yeah.
sits in that utility easement, but it
Yeah.
comes out of the utility easement
And
and
goes
into the
into-
stormwater easement when it gets down to Fox Chase. That's a
Oh,
big
yeah, right
detention
here.
basin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, is this any different? I mean, I have so much. I have every piece of paperwork.
Right, so this one, yeah, if you wanna show them, this is the,
Yeah. Goes
this
this
is
far
the
out?
path, right there.
Guys, you got a major problem, because it's over 21 years.
I was-
So
that
you
was
probably already have an easement by restriction.
Well, it's,
Well, and
it shows up on the
it is
plan
on
and it's
the original
referenced
plan.
to be there. Yeah, that,
Yeah.
you wanna show John that, that does have the path on it.
Can the HOA?
Oh, I can see it right here.
Can the HOA put a fence?
Well,
there?
no, that one actually shows the path.
Okay.
It does have, they do have a fence.
They do
Along-
have a split
Oh,
rail.
no, oh, no.
You don't have a split rail
You
fence
don't
anymore?
have it.
Damn, that's why all the dogs are working on my property.
Well, that's what I
and peeing
said.
and crapping on
Well,
my
then,
property.
you need
They
it,
took the
you need
fence
this,
down.
yeah, you
Well,
need
the
to put
H-
it-
did you talk to the HOA about replacing
I
that?
don't want the fence. I want the walkway to go away.
I don't know if it,
Doesn't feel
I
like
don't
it's
think the
I don't
walkway
think it
go
can,
away.
based on the original plans and so forth.
And I think you now have also included that as part of your trail
Yeah.
plan because it's.
And the
part
other
of it.
problem is the neighbors, your neighbors can complain about that, 'cause it's all part of the original,
They want it, because they want to keep walking up and down it.
yeah.
I don't know if this shows you anything.
No, that's just your record plan. This is the plan that, the one that you just,
The bottom line is, my property's being abused. My trees are being, my trees are being damaged. I'm out there picking up dog poop.
Well, we should have there should be a split rail fence there.
They took it out.
I don't know who took it down, but
The
there should.
Township took, I mean, not the Township.
The
Not blaming
HOA.
you
The
guys.
HOA.
HOA.
But it should
Yeah,
be
I'm not
there.
blaming you guys.
It should be there.
But nobody cares, and I mean, they're coming up there all hours of the night. I am scared to death. I live by myself. I hate to tell you this, guys, I'm 80 years old.
Well, let's have the police do some more drive-bys through your neighborhood and through Fox Chase, and then but we need to have a fence up there.
Can't we gate that off? So it doesn't go on my property.
The township doesn't have the ability
Yeah,
to
we don't
do
have the
that.
authority.
And we don't have the
But then you have
authority.
It's not our property.
All right, I want to issue this. We
lose
had
that.
a meeting, the HOA had a meeting the other night, and I was pretty upset about everything.
Uh-huh.
Brought all this up to them, and, they said, if other people decide in there they don't want it, can we close that off? It's on my property. Can we gate that off?
If everyone in the homeowners association agrees to abandon that walkway, the answer would be yes. The odds of that happening are probably remote.
Like, I don't have an issue, guys, you know, there's a stormwater utility easement. They've already, is a big, coming from Wright, there's a big round circle at the end of my property, and it says sewer on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the manhole.
Yeah.
Manhole cover, yeah.
And I have a problem with that, because they've already come in the back and gone into that, access that, huh?
People are entering our.
The sewer guys.
Yeah,
No, the
they-
sewer guys are, yeah, the sewer
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
No, Gary, nobody's.
No one's doing that.
Nobody's
Come on,
taking
Gary.
our sewer.
No,
Another
I'm thinking
question.
kids.
No.
Another question to you guys. That is a sanitary,
Sanitary easement,
it is
Ask.
not a public access easement. I never dedicated it, I never signed off for that.
But I think that's your
But
point.
the plan recorded it as,
But I never signed off.
no, before
supposed
you,
to be
before, it was on the original approved plan
Of
that
the
created the development. So it was
But
before you
why
bought it, it was
Why
recorded.
didn't he tell me that? Why didn't he tell me that I had to sign off on a public, I would have never bought it. I would have never bought that property.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
There's-
I love it, I love
Suggest you're the
Buckingham
first
Township.
person's been lied to by a developer.
We have,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, we've had nurses, doctors have come into Buckingham Township, I've been there for 41 years. You know where I tell them to buy? Buckingham Township. I don't know if you guys know Kylie Wobb, Dr. Wobb. A lot of the doctors, I recommended, they bought it here, because I highly recommended it. And you know, I just feel that, all right,
I
So-
think you, I
tell,
think.
tell
you
me
can-
what this reads.
let me just say
Tell me
this.
what this reads.
Think about this for 1 second, just because I know we've been through the gamut with things like this. If we said, okay, we're gonna, Craig said we don't have the ability to do it, but just pretend for a second, we said we're gonna take it out. I guarantee you, you would have neighbors here saying, you can't, they would do the opposite. And so then it puts the township,
I'm not saying, you don't have to take it out, you don't have to cause extra expense to our homeowners. I'm just saying, gate it off, where my property is, gate it off.
but the HOA,
The township has no
We-
authority.
We
to do
can't
that.
do
We
that.
don't own,
do
we
that.
don't
It's
own.
the HOA.
You have
We
to
have
go
no
through
authority.
the HOA.
We
Does
can't
this
do it.
property belong to me, or does it belong to the HOA? Is it my?
I believe it's your land, but the HOA has an easement to have the
But if I don't like what's
access.
going on, and then and it's affecting my health, I swear on a million Bibles, it's affecting my health. I smell the uric acid with the dog's crap, peeing and crapping.
Yeah.
I'm out there picking it up. I start getting nauseated. Last week I nearly
Can
passed
you
out.
put up a fence?
Well, that's what I want to know. I
No,
don't
no,
even-
she.
But
You
on
don't want
your
the fence,
side.
right?
Yeah.
This
You don't
board-
want the
This board
fence.
has
I
no
don't want the
authority
fence.
to
All
let
I
you
wanna
put up
do
a
is
fence,
be able
or not
to-
let you put up a
This
fence.
is the walkway, okay? Let's
No.
pretend this is
You,
the
I know,
walkway.
you wanna
No, no.
close the walkway, but I'm
Can I
saying,
So we can't help you with
with that.
closing the walkway.
But we can allow you to put the fence back up that was there when the path was originally put in. 'Cause
So
that-
at least it would keep from like
But I
dogs
don't
coming
want
onto
it to
your
go
property.
into another development where people are coming in.
It's,
And that's nothing that we can
We
solve.
can't legally do that.
yeah.
But how did he deceive me? Isn't this, it's
That's unfortunately a moral question.
it's
with him.
illegal. I mean,
So.
it's illegal.
It's not.
And I would suggest that at the time you bought the house, that would have been a conversation you might wanna have with him when the path went in.
But I signed that paper to go to the walkway. The tot lot could go to the the walkway could go to the tot lot in the back. And
And
then they took it through into the other development. And
It was
everybody-
on the plan probably before you bought the house, so that's the issue that both your HOA is going to tell you, is that shows up on a plan that existed prior to you purchasing the lot, unless you bought the lot before it
Well,
was subdivided.
I think the
No,
guy,
she didn't.
no, but
Okay.
I think the guy that I went to see, your zoning officer, when he looked it up, he pulled all the plans up. I saw him last year. He said, no, he said that walkway should have stopped at the tot lot. It shouldn't have gone all the way through.
I don't know what plan he was looking, I'm looking at
Yeah,
the plan
the
that's
The
been
plan you
recorded.
gave us showed it going all the way through.
Yeah.
The one that you
The
just.
plan
That
you
one that you
have.
have.
So.
But, so, we've established that we can't,
But
we,
you put
wait a
a
minute,
walkway in an unsafe
I-
with children
I-
and me, and I can get attacked and
I know,
abused
listen
and
to
killed.
me. I know, and there's nothing we can do about that, but is there something that you can do that might advise you to do to be sort of proactive to protect yourself? Could you put up a fence on your property to keep people from coming on, and dogs, and
Yeah, but that means I would block it. This is the walkway. Here's
So
the
no,
walkway.
Well,
No,
you
it
could
can't
put
walk
the,
parallel with it. So if
where
if
the approved
Parallel.
plan shows the
The
original fence, which was 4 feet from the center
Right.
of, from 4 feet from your property line, was where you could, it was a 5-foot wide path, so 2.5 feet is the path, and another 1.5 feet after that, you can put up a fence.
But Dan, let me tell you something else. In my paperwork, it said that pathway was going to be centered between my house, and it was never centered. This here, read this.
Yeah, I just read the note out, yeah,
I think it's.
it's the same note that I looked
But it
at,
was
yeah.
never, it was placed incorrectly. If this is the walkway, it should be halfway. The walkway is 98% on my property.
Okay, well then.
That's what I'm saying to you, it was put in incorrectly.
That would be something you would wanna,
So then take
Talk.
it out and move it over. And it's
Well,
gonna be right on the guy's property, the next door neighbor's property.
But I would say that's an argument for the HOA, like if it's 98% of your property, the HOA.
It's not, it's centered, it's not centered.
I
no,
understand
we
that.
understand that,
I
but you
understand
have
that,
to
but I'm
go
saying
through
is,
the
you have to
HOA.
go through the HOA, it's not the township
it's
doesn't have
been in-
authority.
And
Especially-
Craig, though, if it's been in that area for more than
21
21
years.
years.
Correct, that's the and
Open, hostile, adverse, notorious possession, it's a prescription.
Your
It's an
neighbor
age
doesn't
prescription.
have to take it onto
Yeah.
his property.
And it happened to my father it happened to my father in the early 70s. The same thing happened. He bought a property, the fence, the guy's fence was on our property. He went to court and he lost that piece because it was on there so long. It happened to my dad. But what we can commit to you is that, like we commit to every resident, is that you call the police. They're not going to get tired of your calls if there's truly a problem. They're going to be out there.
Well,
That,
they told me
you know,
that.
and exactly, and then
And-
I'm recommitting that. Like you call, they're not going to get upset that you call. Like call if there's issues. We're there for every resident. There's not an issue, but with this particular thing, it's recorded on the plan. This is an HOA issue. We just can't do it as much as we would want to do it. We can't.
But
But
if I have some neighbors that'll agree to that, my one neighbor wants it gone. He wants the tot lot gone because he's right next to me.
right.
He has a little girl and he wants it gone. Do you guys recognize the name Bill Rowe?
Yeah, Bill used
He's
to
my
live next door, yeah.
neighbor, and he wants it, and he's the one that was involved when they first
he a fireman?
developed. Yeah.
Yeah,
When they first developed
his
it.
father and mother, his mother taught at Buckingham-Meeting-2023-06-21.
Right, yeah.
Margie Rowe, she
Yeah.
taught my children.
Yeah.
He wants the tot lot?
He wants it. He wants
Well,
it.
he's
He's
the
my next
other
door neighbor.
side of the
And
lot
you know how
9,
much
lot
he
10.
has? You know how much he has on his property? I have my property surveyed. I paid to have it surveyed. It's 98% encroached on my property. How can that be?
Because it was an easement. Give you an example. My property, I can't use 1/3 of my property because it's an environmental easement. It's mine, I pay taxes on it, but I knew when I bought the property, the township and toll at the time made an environmental easement. I can't use it, I can't put a playground on it, I can walk on it. It happened to me too.
I just see this as so unfair. I mean, I took him on his word.
I know.
And you know, like I said, it was because of children's playground. I said, yeah, I'd love
Right.
to see the kids go back there. They're telling me it'll be closed at sunset. I said, sure, I'll go home, you know, get my shower wet and sit on my
Right.
deck and have a glass of wine. Well, I'm having a glass of wine, and you're closer to me and my deck than I'm having that glass of wine. Up and down,
Yeah.
up and down.
And again,
And
what
then
Dan said,
harassment and calling me effing this and effing that, telling them to leave my property. I want to be able to enjoy my property. I love it here. I love Buckingham Township.
Correct, does it have to be 100% of the homeowners in the?
Some of them are
or the
saying-
HOA. Or
It
the
could be
HOA.
anyone that makes use of the easement.
There's a
So it could be the the neighborhood next
Oh,
door.
Fox
It's
too.
also
But
Fox
there's
Chase
other
too, yeah.
And it
people,
never-
this
so-
happened a couple days
Yeah.
ago with a meeting, and of course I spoke my mind, they didn't like me. But, a lot of them said, take it out, take it out.
Well, you need to speak to everybody who said take it out and band together and speak as one voice.
But
At-
all right, my
At the
question,
homeowners association.
but
I
my
don't know that
question
you
for
have
you,
Yeah.
if they say take it out, am I allowed to take the walkway all the way out to the end of the circle there? To the other
This-
development?
Now, at this point,
Oh, it's a
Then
homeowners.
The homeowners association, if they
homeowners
decide to
association,
remove
that's it.
it, they can remove it.
All the way?
They could,
They could if they
they're,
chose.
they're responsible for, they're the owners and maintainers of that.
I'm not sure that's accurate, Dan,
Yeah.
if that's okay.
Oh,
I mean,
because
you have
it's
a public
21
easement
years.
that's been used by the
Right.
public for an excess.
Yeah.
of
I
21
know, I
years.
Yeah.
think the problem is it's
Yeah.
over
And see, that's-
21 years old, the
Yeah.
That's,
backway.
it will be a problem.
plus,
It's a problem, because you could have
Yeah.
someone that doesn't live there that uses it,
Correct.
that now has a right to it because of
much
the
too much
passage of
time
time.
has gone by, and it's an awful thing to say, but you've lost your right to have that changed.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to be
Yeah.
a team player, but
I
it's
know.
gotten worse.
Yeah.
And you're not the believe me,
I-
Dan
now
was
that
right,
I'm-
you're not the first person
I
that's
mean,
been
now
lied
that
to
I'm
by
semi-retired from
unscrupulous
the
people.
hospital, and I see it all the time, and there's gotta be 40 dogs. They're ruining my trees.
Well,
So
Try
I
to
would,
put it in
I
my
would have the
shrubs.
homeowners association
Yeah, can the
put the
homeowners
fence back up.
association at least,
They need to put the fence
and
back up.
talk to the resident, can they put something out to the residents about cleaning up after their dog, don't go off the
If-
path,
There's
like things like that.
It said there should be a split roof fence or
something.
No, I know, and
But
then
they took
maybe
it
that
down.
coupled with maybe
They
putting
We'll
back a
see
split
what
rail
start-
fence
Needs to
could
go back.
help at least.
Well, what's
protect
whole
that.
started this whole thing, because the walkway's been on a while, it's bad, I mean, it's broken down and all that. So they've been getting estimates for people to come in to try to take it up and redo it, and that's what I said to myself, well, I did renegotiate that agreement when it first went in, but I'm not willing to renegotiate again. Take it
is
out,
it dated?
take it out. I don't want it
I-
there.
From what I
Again,
understand, it
I'm not-
already shows
the
on the
legal
plan that it's been used for 21 years.
Representative says that
Yeah,
it's a
I-
public easement at this
It-
point,
it
so I don't
is.
know.
It's-
Yeah, Craig, the attorney
The
thinks
truth
that
is, I
because
know
it's been used
Are
for
you an
21
attorney?
years. No, Craig.
Craig
Okay,
is
you're
right.
the attorney.
Because it's been used for 21 years, it's.
Don't lose all your things.
I'll take them all
There,
back.
there's a statute of limitations of 21 years, so if someone is possessing your property in an open, hostile, notorious way for 21 years, and you don't sue them to get them off your property, then they own your property. Because they get either an easement in this case, because they've been walking on it, or they can actually get the fee to your property if like
But
a neighbor has,
Yeah,
been
but
cutting.
they already had the easement to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so-
wouldn't get the fee in this,
Yeah, so
in
what I'm
this case, but
saying-
they would get the easement in this case.
Yeah, if the easement's, even if it's in the wrong place, if it's been in the wrong place for 21 years, it's
Okay.
established, it's it.
Okay.
Nick, did you have your hand up?
Yes, I did. Craig, you can answer this. Doesn't the township have the right to write to the homeowners association and ask them to put that required improvement, the fence back in?
Is it shown on the plan?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
shows, it was on the plan, yeah. it was
But-
on
But
the-
she said
Talking
she
about-
she
didn't
doesn't
want
want
the
it.
fence.
But she didn't want the fence.
She doesn't
If
want
you
the fence.
do want the fence, we are
She wants
happy
the
to
trail
do that.
run, But the fence is
Yeah.
something that should be there and it's gonna help her.
And
I mean,
if
I agree.
I think the
It-
fence would help you
it
out. I
seems
know
like
you-
the
Yeah.
fence would help.
I know it's a catch-22 and you want the
Oh,
view,
I
but
am, I am like, you have no idea, I'm dying.
I know.
have so much anxiety.
So why don't you
What's-
write to the homeowner association, have them put the fence up, and then you can at least have some more privacy.
Is there any way when they put the fence up that they could put like a sign, close at sunset, like
They
that
could.
Sure
happened
they could.
before?
They could,
Yeah,
but
they
you
can
don't-
certainly
but
do
we
that.
can't
So
tell
I
them
know
to do
people
that.
walk
It's the
in
but
top-
we can't
but
call the cops
The
if
top
someone does
lot's,
walk.
the top
Yeah.
lot's not even there anymore.
No, they took it away.
Yeah.
It was dismantled.
Oh, it's just a walking
It's just a
path
walkway.
connecting the two
Two developments,
developments.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been there,
Yeah, so.
there's no top, the
But
top
you
lot,
have no
not even,
idea the volume, unbelievable,
What-
up and down.
What do the HOA
Last,
documents say?
last
Lena?
week, 10:30 at night, I go outside,
Oh.
I couldn't
go
sleep,
fine.
I'm
I
sure
went
they've probably
outside.
been
been
updated.
Just
years
to have a
since I
glass
looked
of
at it.
wine before I
Yeah,
went to
we'd have
bed.
to go pull them
Two
and see.
people
To
are
answer
walking up
Nick's
the
question,
walkway
we have to go
with
pull the HOA
flashlights.
That's why you
documents
need
to see what
you
they
need a
say.
fence there.
Right,
and-
can we'll do
Yeah,
that?
so let's do that, let's see
Well,
what the
and
HOA
if
says.
she wants the fence back, I mean, we can certainly contact them you
Yeah,
know,
we can certainly write a
regarding
letter.
that. Yeah,
We have no
yeah.
problem
And
that, writing a letter in support of
that's
the
no
fence.
problem.
But can we also say that wants to close at a certain time, so I have some privacy?
You
I
can't-
don't think we can demand
can't
that
say
they.
If it says
You
that,
just
in
can't
the
call the
HOA
cops on
documents or on
You
the
can put the
plan,
sign up, but if you call the
Yes,
cops on
it
it,
doesn't-
we can't
no.
enforce that.
I haven't read it.
And
I haven't.
10 years since.
It's 1990.
Yeah, we can pull them, they're probably recorded.
We'll-
But,
we'll
you know,
look
they're
at
gonna
that.
be-
Yeah.
and get
They're
back
gonna
to
be
you.
Because I
several
remember you
hundred
were coming
pages,
around
which
and I was
means
telling
it's-
you about
Yeah.
that, and you said, oh my God, how could they put,
I know.
how could they put a public easement on your property?
Yeah, yeah.
I swear, I don't know your stuff. I'm a nurse, I don't know.
Well, we don't know your stuff, trust me.
That's why I'm in this.
Well, I'm here to tell the tale. She took care of me.
Listen, we're more than happy, whatever we can legally do to help you, we're here for
Yeah, I
you.
mean, if I
Okay.
could, even I would get some relief if I knew that if there was fence there and I knew that they could say, close at sunset. And then the other down there where Dan is, that you can't come through after
Yeah.
sunset.
Well, they're not gonna do that,
No.
but let's try with the fence.
But so here's what we'll do, because, just because we
I don't
gotta
know
get to
whether-
the next public
You have
comment.
contact.
Do you have, do we have
Robbie was
contact
fine.
information, just so we can,
I had, they just elected a new guy for
Robbie moved
president
to,
the other night.
okay.
Yeah,
So I
years ago.
have everything here. There's my
Before
phone
I-
number,
before I
my
did
cell
Good.
phone.
Yeah.
Give
How
it
do
to
you
Dana,
live
give it to
Before I
And
Dana.
moved, when
I'll give it
I
all
was
to
there for a
you.
year.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you know,
I
I'll
bet
get
I
Well,
you
no,
a
just
new
take a
one.
picture of that.
And you know how to
That's
call
good.
the township and ask for Dana if you need to.
Oh, Dana, do you have a card?
I
You
don't have one in here. I have one
Those are
back
the
in my
days.
office.
Wait, how do you spell your last name?
Porter, Cass Porter.
Oh, I put
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, PRP. And I'm not here to complain, guys, I swear.
No,
I
it's okay, we
I
understand.
mean
Totally
it.
get it. You have a right
I mean
to.
it. I love Buckingham Township. If you knew how many
Lots in the
people,
middle of the road.
the patients I take care of, and Maggie will tell you, to come in and say, oh, I'm looking for a house, or when I told them, don't go to Doylestown, don't go to Salisbury, come to Buckingham.
Well, we love it too.
So you-
I
yeah,
love
you-
it here.
And
I
listen,
love it
remember,
here.
remember this, the three of us, we're your neighbors, so what affects you affects us, whatever we can legally do to help you.
I mean, I wanna be
We're
happy.
gonna try to help you.
We want you to be happy.
Oh, did she make
I
that?
just, I bet
Okay,
you're
just
in
give
my
her-
contacts.
Didn't give her
And
a
you know,
copy.
I don't have
Because I
any
know I called you
intentions
back.
of-
I know when we talked.
I just want, what'd you do to your hand?
Oh, I ripped my bicep and my
Ooh,
So
road
Cass,
recovery.
I took your contact info.
yeah,
That's my
Yeah.
card. I'm gonna give you your top.
okay.
back.
But if some of them will agree to close it, would that help?
That maybe you have to have everyone in your neighborhood agree to it.
Right.
And you said your neighbor wants to keep it.
Well, I
And
know the neighbor next door, he was
Well,
very
why?
upset.
There's no top lot. Why don't I understand why you want to?
Well, if he's next door to me, sees all the volume, he doesn't like it, he has a 13-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants it closed
I mean,
also?
the
Yeah.
one does, but Bill
Yeah.
Rowe doesn't.
Oh,
But
Bill
another
Rowe
one
doesn't.
doesn't.
Okay, I have one more last question and I'll leave, one more, okay?
no problem.
Bill Rose said to me when we had the meeting the other night, the homeowners association meeting, he says, oh, by the way, Buckingham Township wants to reconnect other developments into our development. So you're gonna reconnect that Fox Chase Circle that's open?
No.
You're gonna
The trail
reconnect-
plan is what she's
You're
talking
gonna
about.
Yeah.
reconnect and then put all this extra,
No, there's a trail plan for the county,
There's, yeah,
but it mostly goes along like Cold Spring Creamery.
No, no, but some of the thing, I mean,
Some of
you know, the goal is to connect communities and put some of those. We don't have any current plans,
right.
So,
to
I
do
mean-
that, but it may be part of our trail plan because that was all, you
so
know, to
they
link
may
up
be
different
able to
things.
do that in the
Well,
mic.
No,
On my
But
property.
what I'm saying is there's no current plan to do that,
Not
you
from
know,
the-
with nothing in the works
Not
right
from the
now.
next up, not from that neighborhood up Burton House Hill, from your entrance, not from that neighborhood. That's just a
And
little
when we're
cul-de-sac.
talking about trail plans, this is definitely a good example of how we need to make sure where that trail is going. And
Correct.
not in
And the
somebody's
thing is
side yard.
another, Maggie, the walkway's only 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
Kids are walking up and down there. Suppose a kid gets hurt. Can you bring an ambulance in that 5-foot
Nope.
path?
And a lot of the trail plans we've done,
No,
like
they
Cold
will.
Springs Creamery and Little Buckingham Mountain, that's our land. When you're dealing with land that's HOA land and connected together, it's a little bit different. So if something's public and we can do a trail, like we did on Cold Springs, we did a trail and lots of people used that. there's like 2,500 homes there. They use it, they go to the park, it's
But
wonderful.
was it on their property?
No, that's
No,
my point
that's
to
the
you,
point.
that's
That's
my
our
point.
It's on
The
corporate.
things we've
Some
been
of it
doing,
is on their property, but they.
correct,
it-
but it's a little different in getting it done. We have no current plans to
It's
do
not
that.
running, right, we never would run a path by
And-
somebody's,
No.
Correct. We
Deck.
wouldn't put a trail, at least we wouldn't.
I mean, so
By
you're
your
not
deck.
gonna put a public access through my
No.
property?
no,
That's what they're saying. Two of the
No.
people at Buckingham,
no.
they said, oh, yeah, we're gonna
That's
reconnect.
the rumor mill, and it's on, if they have that issue, they should either call or
And-
they should
And
come to
you
a
can,
meeting.
you can, and actually, I know Bill, so
Legs
I will
on the
correct
trail
you.
plan.
Well, yeah, well,
So-
yes.
So
Yeah,
what,
he
the-
took it over, he said, oh, no, he said, they're gonna be putting.
Nick,
Did you pull up what was
In
in the trail
addition to
plan?
the fence, the HOA, because of their liability, should restrict it and will restrict it for not night use because the trail's not lit. If the trail's not lit, they can't use that trail at night, they can't authorize
It's
it to be
not
used.
lit.
Well,
Yeah, I
So
don't
they
know if
will,
that's,
from a
Is that true?
liability perspective,
I don't know if that's.
well, that's
the case.
HOA stuff though, but I don't, like, we can't, if someone did walk it at night, the cops aren't arresting that person.
well, I understand.
Yeah.
But they should be posting it from a liability.
Yeah, they could totally post it. I think they should
Oh,
post it.
saying
I
you should.
authored the Plumstead Township Trail Plan.
Oh, you get it.
so
Okay.
what, the only thing that the trail plan does suggest a connection, just as a planning document, not a proposal, but as a planning document, to extend a trail from 413 and 202 up to Hunter's Crossing, which is Fox Chase Circle. So that would ultimately just allow people from Hunter's Glen to get down to 202. So that would connect it. It wouldn't be going to it.
Right.
It would just pass by another development
Right.
and people could connect through if they
Right.
knew where they were going.
Right.
But there's no connection to your trail or an intention to make it a public
I'm
trail.
having nightmares. Sometimes I can't sleep. And like last week, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, there's two guys walking up there with flashlights. I got so upset. I said, oh my God, get in. And I had Buckingham Township Police Department right beside my phone. I was gonna call, and I mean, I try to respect them and not call them for every little thing. And they've been helpful. I had 10 reports, police reports.
So before we move on, if you can get the fence up, you can buy little things you put in the ground, they're driveway sensors, except this is not a driveway, and just put them on the inside of your fence. A ring makes them
I think a
jump.
fence would make a big.
But a fence would make a huge difference, so, but stay in contact, if we can write a
We'll
letter for you.
stay in contact with you.
Okay?
Will you please, and make sure Bill Rowe knows, because
I will.
he misled the whole freaking
Yeah.
homeowners the other night, and he said, oh, no, they're talking about bringing in another development in here and all that stuff.
There's no place to put another.
I was just gonna say, there's no place.
He means, she means,
It's 5 foot wide.
Yeah.
How can you get a car up there? How can you get an
No,
ambulance
there's not,
up there?
there's no
Oh, wow.
expansion, and that's not our property, that's your property and the homeowners association
Correct.
property.
Yeah.
So,
So listen,
we don't have
just
control over it.
thank you for coming in.
I apologize. I probably
You don't have to
problem.
apologize for
Apologize.
anything.
That's what we're here
No.
for.
No, we're glad
Not at all.
Parent, I live by myself, I'm 80
That's-
years old, which I hate.
That's what we're
don't
here
be
for.
telling anybody.
You're not wasting our time. Remember, local government is helping each other. That's local government.
I mean, that's all I'm here to, guys.
Okay.
I'm just here
Yeah.
for you to appeal and help me in any way you can.
We'll
So
be in touch. And
We'll talk to, send
Yeah,
a letter to the
And take your time
HOA,
collecting
correct?
your stuff. We're gonna
Correct.
just,
Take
we're
your
gonna
time.
move through the agenda.
And
I'm
call us.
sorry if I took your time.
No, you're
We'll see
fine.
you soon.
We're gonna send a letter
Okay.
to the HOA.
Anybody else
Are you
have
still
public
working?
comment?
Oh, yeah. Not at Doylestown, but I'm working in
Okay.
another service center. Yeah. But, yeah, guys, thanks, and I'll send you guys some lunch when I find out.
Stop.
You know, at the hospital, we're always getting lunches.
That's true. Believe me, I eat a lot of lunches there.
Yeah, and you know what, I'll tell you, I love Buckingham Township, I would not want to
Thank
be
you. So do we.
anywhere else.
Well, then let's get you a fence and get you something going to make you
Yeah.
feel more safer.
Yeah, and we think we have a special place too. Thank you. Maggie, did you have any, there's no other public comment, right? Okay.
Maggie, thank you so much.
Did you have any public comment?
It is our pleasure to
Personally,
serve you,
choose
yeah.
Oh.
fence.
And to the
Yeah.
point of Cass
Thank
coming
you, Cass.
forward.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Cass.
Drive safe,
Bye,
Good
Cass.
night.
And to the point of Cass coming forward, and I say this to everybody here, if you have a question or a problem, you can call the three of us. You call Township, leave a message, and I can speak for myself
Yep,
and John
call
and
you
Paul.
back.
You will get a call back that night. Or send an email to contact buckinghampa.org. You don't have to wait for a month to have a meeting to come forward and ask a question or find out an answer to something. Just give us a call. I call back right away, and I know my colleagues do too.
Right. John, did you have any public?
No, thank you, Paul.
And just to put on the Maggie, I think most neighbors, Maggie, they, people, I think sometimes you get in other places that when some people get upset if they don't get their way, and I understand, or if it doesn't go their way, but they really get upset when they're ignored. And that's what we really don't do here. We really try to address people's problems. You can't promise an outcome. You can just promise you work hard for them.
It's the whole,
Okay.
it's about being
That's
a resource, and that's what we do. We're
Okay,
resources.
perfect. Okay, board's announcements. Okay, Buckingham Township Free Family Fun Concert Series
Tomorrow
begins
night.
June 22nd at Hansel Park from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with music and ice cream. The concert series runs through August 17th, 2023.
And that's tomorrow.
Correct, that's tomorrow.
As long as it doesn't rain.
As long as it
Correct.
doesn't rain, do we have a, place?
Buckingham Springs.
Springs, yeah.
Buckingham Springs is the alternate place if
But
it
probably no ice cream.
rains. And the ice cream's for the first concert,
Yeah, no
not
ice-
every single
Yeah,
concert.
no,
And-
no ice
and,
cream if it's.
If it rains.
And
no
if
ice
it
cream.
rains, exactly.
Oh.
And it might actually.
Did we actually get-
Red Cross Blood
Yeah, we
Drive,
have.
Tuesday, June 27th, 2023, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Buckingham Township Building. Visit redcrossblood.org to register. And I will say, we are always packed here and filled up. And there's been a couple times, actually I can't do it now for medical reasons, but there's been a couple times in the past I tried to get in. I couldn't get in, they
Yeah,
were
me
packed.
too.
So if you want to do it, my suggestion is do it now, or sign up now. Join us for a day in the park on Thursday, June 29th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at new Hollicon Park Pavilion. So this is our, it's really Buckingham Day. It's food and things to do in dunk parks,
Well,
John,
not food,
dunk
hot
tanks.
Hot dogs.
Hot dog, well, that's food. Hot dogs and stuff. So please come. It's at our new park, which we expanded 50 acres. It's like all our parks. It's a beautiful, beautiful park, and it got expanded by 50 acres. It's awesome. Number 3, consideration. Okay, I make a motion. We approve payroll for the weeks ending in June 4th, 23, and June 18th of 23, and the meeting of June 21st, 23.
Second.
Yep. Oh, by the way, it's in the amount of $1,691,685.71. And I got a second.
You got a second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion, we approve the draft supervisor minutes for May 24th, 23 work session, and May 24th of 23 regular business meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second that,
Okay,
and
yep.
I already talked to Laurie today. I wanted her to add to the meeting minutes, in the last paragraph about the Sterling Act.
Yep.
That, Buckingham Township has the opportunity to recoup, I'm looking at the attachment.
198,000.
198,000, I think,
600,
I told
600,
you.
198,
yeah.
$198,600 every year.
From,
give or
for
take.
EIT, from people who work in Philadelphia, so thanks, Lori.
Hopefully that will go through.
Went through it passed the Pennsylvania State Senate, it just has to,
It's so exciting.
it has to pass the House.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 5,
I closed the wrong thing.
make a motion, we accept the departmental minutes and advisory board minutes of the Code Enforcement Monthly Statistical Report for May of 23. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. consideration of agreeing to the developer's request for an extension of time, let me rephrase that. I make a motion, we agree, for the developer's request for an extension of time, within which to complete the improvements as set forth in the residential development agreement of June 24th to June 24th of 2024 for Sauter Hill, Lot 5, Willard, Township File SA 2006-05, Tax Map Parcel 06-014-029-004. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I make a motion, we agree for a developer's request for an extension of time within which to complete the improvements as set forth in the land development contract to July 25th, 2023.
Hold on.
Right, that's that, right? It should be 24, right?
It should be 20.
24.
Okay. Okay, you got that, 24, okay. For Lever Cable Funeral Home, Township File LD 2017-04.
Contingent upon Lori receiving the signed agreement.
Thank you. Do I have
A second.
Second, okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion, we accept the grant of easement between the Basement Finisher, Inc. and the Buckingham Township for Stony Mead Lot 4, Tax Map Parcel 6-69-3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Go back to 8.
John?
You,
Yeah, I'm
you
fine.
read 9, you
Yeah.
can go back to 8.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
Well,
but we can vote
we
on
already
nine.
did it. We
Yeah,
already did it.
aye.
So,
Yeah,
aye.
aye.
Okay,
No, I
perfect.
meant, I
Yeah.
thought we
Afterwards,
were
okay.
saying aye.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
but you've amended it to 2024, so it's fine.
But that would, the number 9 doesn't have a date on it.
No.
Yeah, but 8 covenant,
Right, we
We
never
didn't
went,
do it
we didn't
yet.
do 8 yet.
Okay.
And I apologize. We did it, but we didn't vote. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna repeat it just for the audience. Make a motion, we agree developers request for an extension of time within which to complete the improvements that set forth in land development contract to July 26, 2024, covering Covenant Presbyterian Church, Phase 2-A, Township File LD 2001-02A. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I just have a question. Is it the big addition or is it their
This-
parking lot?
This is the addition to the original church that was built. And we can't close that contract out until the 3rd phase is recorded in the financial security post, because there's work that was required as part of that they have to undo in phase 3. So the deal was, we'll just keep extending it until they're ready to record phase 3, which they should be here, but we haven't seen all the documents yet, so.
Is that worship area open and functioning?
Mhm.
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
It's massive.
Call it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I make, we're gonna go to, sorry, 9, we did 9, so, did we do 10? Let me look. No, we
No.
didn't do 10, okay. I make a motion, we approve the connection agreement to the Furlong System Extension for public water to service tax map parcel 06-008-017 between Frank Rip Jr.
now it's actually between Decorah LLC. It's a LLC that Frank owns.
Oh, got it.
So it's actually between, let's see if I have my agreement here. Here it is. Between Decorah Village Corner LLC and Buckingham Township.
Okay,
Owned by Frank Rick.
owned by Frank Rip Jr.
Right.
And Buckingham Township. Connection
Now,
agreement.
it's just a connection agreement. We're
Just a
not
connection.
at this point approving the fee spreadsheet or a resolution.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
And Lori, did you get all that, or do you need
Yes.
credit with you? Okay.
I have.
Of course you're a rock star, thanks.
So
Okay.
I'll give you a second.
Second, any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 11, I make a motion we approve the request for a waiver of land development submitted by Central Bucks School District for an outdoor classroom at Cold Spring Elementary School. Do I have a second?
Second,
Any discussion?
I think it looks really great.
It
It's
looks
gonna be a
awesome.
Good thing.
It's gonna be a good resource for the kids and teachers. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You wanna go ahead and add before you get to the escrow?
Yes, that's
releases?
what I was gonna do next.
Yeah,
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and read, hold on, give me 1 second to invert it, 1, 2, 3, because it's easy for me to see. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. So we're gonna do 2 votes. We're gonna make 1 vote to put it on the agenda, and then we're gonna take another vote whether to pass it or not. Okay. I move that we put on the agenda, okay, tonight. I move we put on the agenda the township grant, that the township grant the May 25th, 2023 waiver request of Mount Lake Pool and Patio, waiving application of the Buckingham Township subdivision and land development ordinance to the subdivision of space within the applicant's existing building located at 4140 Skyrun Drive, Buckingham Township, provided, however, that no additional square footage is added to the building, and further provide that any future new uses do not require additional parking spaces beyond that which are currently provided. Do I have a second?
Have a second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so now it's on the agenda. I make a motion that we move, that the township grant the May 25th, 2023 waiver request of Mount Lake Pool and Patio, waiving application of the Buckingham Township subdivision and land development ordinance to the subdivision of space within the applicant's existing building located at 4140 Skyrun Drive, Buckingham Township, provided, however, that no additional square footage is added to the building, and further provided that any future new uses do not require additional parking spaces beyond that which is currently granted. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. You should have told them Coco goes to dance school there. Okay, perfect. Let me go back, if everybody don't mind, just give me 1 second to go back to my thing. 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna invert it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, because I think we are on
Escrow.
escrow releases, which I have right here. Okay. Bear with me, hold on. Okay, escrow release. I make a motion, we approve the release of $100,717.07 to Autoland North, Township File LD 2014-01 for the Northeastern Road left turn lane improvements. Do I have a second?
You have a second.
Any discussion?
Well, I was in line and saw somebody right in front of me turn left.
This is a little different. So when the Autoland project came in, there were 3 options of where the connector road was gonna go. 2 of them were to the north of, where their current access is right now. If you remember, we were gonna either go through the Foster Cardane site or the Sylvan Pool site. So we had Autoland put aside some money to, install a left turn lane at their northern entrance, in case we needed that traffic off there. So, that obviously has not occurred. We now have Wawa and the Research Way connector. So we're releasing the funds that we were holding for the potential of the Sylvan or Foster Cardane
Right,
connector roads.
I didn't mean there, up
I-
313.
Yeah, well, everyone has,
I was gonna honk my horn again. You scofflaw.
yes. Trying to get through that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, sorry.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I make a motion, we release number 11 in the amount of $8,606.55 for Sycamore Hollow Farms, Histan Track, Lot 2, Township File SA 2010-01. I feel this always comes up, Histan Track, I'm always saying that. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second.
Okay.
So is that Kitchko or?
It is Kitchko. Bob had put in a request hoping to get all the money back. But but his engineer didn't file a plan until yesterday, I think, so you'll likely see another one, hopefully this will be the end of it, we're that close.
Because I was communicating with Mr. Kitchko, and
I think we all feel for Mr. Kitchko,
Yeah.
I will say that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Right. That's who we moved the driveway for.
Yes,
Yep,
Yeah, they were.
and the septic system.
They were
essentially.
very happy about that.
yep,
yes.
well, try to help people. Okay, any other discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Additional managers items, Dana?
So I have one item for the business meeting, and this is requesting that the board approve the proposal for the Cody systems and for the agreement there. And you will recall the Cody system is it will be our new system up and running for our police department. And this is their, we currently have Alert, this is how, and Cody would be both the file management system and would also, the county has gone over to Cody last year, and and a lot of the municipalities around the state are going over to that, and what it will allow is sharing of data. So I know we're talking, you know, if you have a lost child, if you have something like that, it's something that you can really get out the info to every
Right.
every other municipal police department like that. So and the really nice thing about this is, although I'm asking for permission to sign the agreement for the Cody systems, thanks to our Lieutenant Moffett, who secured a grant through, and I always forget what it is, the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency. We will not be paying for this because we have a grant in the amount of $121,640 to pay for this
Excellent.
upgrade.
And that's one of,
$642.
yeah, and that's one of the, that grant, we've been trying to get that for a while, and that's
Yes.
one of our many grants we constantly work on, so that's great.
Yeah, and we
Perfect.
secured it, so we need to ask for permission to sign the agreement, and it will be
Got it.
no cost to the
So-
taxpayers of Buckingham.
I'm gonna make a motion, we give Dana the authority to sign the agreement for the Cody Systems proposal agreement for the police station.
I second,
Any other discussion?
and thank you, Will.
Yep,
Yeah,
Thanks, Will.
you did a great job.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Dana, any additional managers items for this meeting right here?
I have a little executive session that we didn't get to in our work session.
So we're gonna talk, just for the record, we have an exec session after this, it has to do with police personnel.
Is this on?
No,
Police
it also
personnel,
has to do
and
with
it also
litigation.
has to do
Yeah,
and
with
police
litigation,
Is it?
separately.
But we have to say. it has to
But
do
I
with
forgot
litigation.
about that, so thank
Yeah,
you
that's
for
just
correcting.
me.
It says on the front.
So, police personnel
Gary has
and
questions.
litigation, yeah.
Yes.
I just want to make an announcement, I don't know if I can do it from before or not, but Pennsylvania has issued a drought watch. So we would like to encourage all residents who are on our water systems to start conserving water.
That's gonna get fixed in the next 7 days.
Well,
Probably
It's
not.
rain for the next
Like
7
7
days.
minutes.
But for the next 7 days,
Yeah.
But the governor has issued that.
they have,
Yeah.
okay, the
And
governor
we've been in
has
a
issued it
drought
now.
situation for months and
Yep.
months now.
It's been
Yeah.
bad.
So
Um,
that's all I
Let's
wanted.
put it on the
No, that's great,
website.
thanks.
You know what, that's a good idea, let's put it on the
Yeah.
website.
I mentioned that to Steve today, he is talking to, I think he was gonna mention something to you, Lori, if he did today or not, about putting a notice on it.
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay,
because
great.
there's still a lot of people sprinkling their lawns.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any other business?
No.
Okay, make a motion, we close the June 21st, 2023 regular business meeting, Buckingham Township.
Second,
Any discussion?
Oh.
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.
Aye, aye, aye.
Sorry, it's my non-dominant hand.